We're here at the Santa Cruz Yacht Club for the Light Surf International 505 North Americans and World Championships. The wind can play mean tricks on even the most skilled crews out there, but we're placing our bets on the top sailors from the Central Coast, Morgan Larsen and Trevor Baylis. What do you attribute your success to?
In the technical aspect, Trevor's known around the world as one of the most technical sailors. For me, that's sort of where I come in. I like the feel of sailing, and I'm not so good on the shore building it, but I just love being out on the water and the physical aspect of the sport.
Some people say you've never been sailing until you sailed the 505. What's special about them?
Well, they're a magical boat. The boat was designed in 1956, I believe. So here we are almost 50 years later. And you have a lot of high-performance sailors and a lot of top-notch sailors at this event who could be racing any kind of boat, especially modern new boats. And here they are, they're putting their energy into this class because it's a great, fun boat to sail on. It just has a magical feeling to it.
These are by far the most complicated small boat you can sail on. Because I'm into the technical side of it, I mean, that's kind of like, oh, cool. I mean, you get to play with a lot of different parts. Our boat was a little late being built, and now we're kind of cursing the fact that they're so complicated because we're trying to figure out all the little things that make them work.
It's supposed to be like NASCAR, where every boat's kind of the same weight and the same length. Does equipment play a big factor in this?
Yeah, it is a lot like NASCAR, whereas if you glance at one, they all look the same. But if you actually talk to somebody who works on one, they're all different, and they're all working on about 15 different aspects of the boat to try and get that last 0.5%. Like a NASCAR race, you're trying to decide what is the most important thing. Why are we half a second off right now? And it's an interesting intellectual game, as well as extremely physical, and that's just the boats. I mean, we're for the World Championship, we'll be racing probably around 100 boats. So there's a huge moving chessboard, and that's what Morgan's expertise is. I mean, he has an ability to look ahead on the course and see how things are developing, and he's really good at predicting what other people will do, which is, there's a lot of art in that.
We're blown away, and I think that's why a lot of people think that we're one of the favorites here for this event. Now that we have some practice under our belts, it's going to be hard to beat. And on the water, Trevor's feel for how to make a boat go fast, and I think my ability to weave us through the traffic matched up pretty darn good.
We are used to the cold water and high winds, and we both have thousands of hours out there, and hopefully that'll turn out to be an advantage.
We've been trying to get as big as possible, and that's a challenge. So we're probably 30 pounds lighter than ideal. So we're actually hoping for a wide range of conditions, and all it takes is a little bit of fog to come in, and we can get 2 or 3 days of lighter winds, and I think that could balance us out perfectly.
Morgan, tell me a little bit more about the chess game aspect. When do you play offense? When do you play defense?
Well, in these boats, there's not much defense out there. There's so many good teams, and the boats are moving at such a high rate of speed. The race doesn't take too long. So you're really just trying to get around those marks as quick as you can get your boat around them. But there is traffic at the turning points, and being able to weave your way through that traffic successfully without getting a foul, and when you foul on these boats, you have to do 2 circles. So you just have to sail in 2 circles while everybody else is racing on. So usually it's about a 10 to 15 boat loss while you fouled. So that's a big loss, and you don't want to do that. So you want to be able to sneak through the traffic without touching another guy, and I think we have pretty good skills to get the boat around the corners, and hopefully that'll pay off.
We're looking for a complicated regatta. I mean, not for us personally, but just in general, we want things to be variable, and we want things to change.
We're in 130 boats where there's a lot of good people. You're not slipping right out. You're fighting through traffic all the time, and I think that's where we're going to have advantage. And we just got to hope we can get off the start good and be in there rubbing shoulders with everybody and see how it goes.
What is the most important part of this kind of race? Is it the start or the middle, weather leg?
Yeah, it's The most important part of the race is the start and probably the first 2/3 of the first weather leg. After that, it gets pretty hard to pass people. You know, everybody starts evenly, so it doesn't take very much to get ahead of a lot of boats. You know, you only got to get 50 feet ahead, and suddenly you're out there in open water and everything's pretty easy.
All right.